Hello Sagittarius, this is Solomon. I want to welcome you to Psychicloveheals. These are going to be your energy readings for the month of March of 2017, particularly focusing on love energies, but they are general readings as well, general energies for you. So they may not be directly for your energy. It won't be specific to you, but if you would like a specific reading, you can always come to me for a private reading via my Facebook page, or you can email me to set something up. Okay, so let's get into what's going on with you for March of 2017. That didn't feel right to me, so we're going to go with your emotions. You're going to go with your obstacles, your response to the obstacles, advice, and then the outcome. Emotions. Sagittarius. Emotions. Okay. Obstacles. I did have to pause, but we're going to go to the response to your obstacles. Response to the obstacles. Advice. And then the outcome. I want to clarify something. Clarify the pages. Okay. I'm going to go for 3 cards from the Romance Angels. These are During Virtue, Romance Angels Oracle cards. All right. Cards for Sagittarius for March. Oops. Missing cards. 3 cards for Sagittarius. Hmm. Okay. Now, it does look like here that potentially some of you are involved in a situation where there's possibly gossip going on, maybe surrounding a marriage that you're in or that someone else is in, because we do have here religious factors, all right? It says your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path, and I will read that card for you at the end, because I do feel like it goes in alignment with what's possibly going on here with some of you. So your emotions to start out the month is the Ace of Pentacles, and another sign did have this card. I'm not exactly sure who it was, but you know, this is about new beginnings and money. It could be a new job, a new rewards coming to you for effort being put in, okay, giving hard work from your creative avenues. Maybe a lot of you have been traveling, you've been looking for a new job, you've been just putting in more effort, being a bit more focused right now into what you actually want to do. Maybe having many different opportunities, but you're actually focusing on one that's going to bring you a lot of pleasure and a new beginning. So maybe working hard for the stability in your marriage. Maybe you're working to maybe to achieve certain things. Maybe you want to travel. Maybe you're wanting to start your own business. Maybe you'll want to go back to school. You may be having to get up enough money to actually do those things. So emotionally, this is where your focus is. So new beginnings, blessings of some kind from the universe, and it is an opportunity that you can reach out for and grab. All right, so we do have in the position of your blockages, your obstacles. So we have the Six of Swords. So the Six of Swords is moving on, okay? Traveling sometimes, but also with your thoughts being able to move away from a certain situation or person that's no longer serving you, that's not really beneficial to you. It could be some kind of maybe unrequited love where there's not enough attraction or chemistry there in that relationship, and you're needing to kind of move on from it. And I do feel like partly, because of some of you have been in a relationship where a lot of red flags have been raised. It says, pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. And this is where another person has been dishonest with you in a relationship. They have not been very sincere and truthful about them maybe being married. This is possibly something that you have not known about. Say if you was talking to someone for a long period of time, and all the while they've been lying to mislead you in a way to kind of have their cake and eat it too, so to speak. And now you have to kind of maybe some of you have your guard up on whether or not you want to approach this relationship or be open to other opportunities. So some of you are possibly moving on, and this being an obstacle, maybe having a hard time of moving on from a certain relationship, something from your past, or something that you recently experienced, okay? Something that has caused, okay, some kind of gossip, all right? It caused some kind of something through the grapevine. Maybe you receive some kind of information about something that has been kept a secret. It could be gossip on the job, okay, in your relationship. Some of you are maybe in a happy relationship, but say the Page of Swords is in reverse. This is a younger energy, someone who's very argumentative. A lot of times they can, start up different arguments inside of a marriage or relationship, and they're not willing to see the other point of view. Maybe they have their own point of view. If you can kind of look at the page here, he's looking at his own his own direction, not even looking this way, so to speak. So I can kind of see it that way. Someone who is kind of stuck and maybe dogmatic, set in their ways, so to speak. But it does seem like some of you are dealing with some kind of maybe issues on the job, with the job, in your relationship. There's the possibility of a new relationship, new energy there. But for some reason, there is some blockages, maybe with an Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini, or with two children that are kind of older now and kind of going on their way to try to get themselves started in life, so to speak. Maybe you and the husband, or maybe male, female. Maybe you adopted a child or something like that, and they're trying to get themselves off and going on their merry way, so to speak. So we do have here as your advice, and the advice is the Hierophant. So this could be a renewal of vows, marriage of some kind. In March, Venus will be moving retrograde, and this card has showed up for maybe 4 or 5 signs already, okay? So the Hierophant in the advice position is to kind of take the moral high ground in the situation. If your morals have been kind of challenged, if your beliefs have been challenged, make sure that you're kind of going by the rules, making sure that you're doing everything in a way that's going to be fair. Okay, that's going to be a way of integrity, all right? Not offending another person or trying to embarrass someone in a certain situation. And it doesn't mean to stay with something that's not working out for you, okay? That does not mean that. But it's saying that you have to kind of maybe seek some kind of advice, some kind of help in this situation that you're in spiritually. Some of you may be getting married, some proposed to, a renewal of vows. Remember I said about the commitment, signifying a deepening of a commitment with you and another person. And this could be that past life relationship that you may have with another person, okay? It says you have known each other before, and that linked up with the 10 of Cups, okay, is definitely a happy marriage, a happy relationship that is there. But there is a bit of turmoil, some frustration when it comes to you and them communicating, some heavy energy there, and it just may have been some kind of lies or dishonesty possibly in the relationship. And then you have the Seven of Wands as the outcome card. So again, you're defending your beliefs, standing up for what you believe in, trying to make sure that you if someone is trying to kind of leave a marriage or kind of walk away from a relationship, maybe some of you are fighting to make sure that it lasts, fighting to make sure that it stands the test of time, so to speak. Or if someone is trying to leave you, maybe you're trying to just make sure they don't just up and leave, where they can, you two can work things out if you are patient. And maybe part of this is part of getting yourself on your feet, focusing on yourself, making sure that your money is coming in, that you're grounded right now, that you're taking care of responsibilities, and that whatever kind of gossip is going on, that is possibly hearsay, and it's not going to be enough to break up or cause a divorce or separation. Okay, this is in reverse. I put it this way: breakup or separation between you and another person. It could be just some things going on around the family. Within a home environment. It just depends on your situation. So a lot of energies here that a lot of you are experiencing. And you know what? I did want to count what this add up to. Let's see. So we have 5. We have 5. We have 11, 12. Then we have 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So we have a 10. So it's about endings, closure, and completion to issues and past grievances that some of you have been going through. Okay, so it's like moving into something new, because we do have the 10 of Cups here. So it's like that happiness that some of you are moving into, some new energy, new possibilities, new emotional security that some of you are experiencing. And the card I do want to read for you is religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. All right, so let's read what that card says. Let's see. It says here, this card reveals that religion and spirituality are subtle but important factors in your love life. Perhaps you're looking for a relationship with a partner who shares your spiritual beliefs. If so, this card comes to you as guidance to seek a new partner at the church, temple, or meeting place associated with your faith. That was in the advice position, okay? If you're currently with a partner who isn't spiritually minded or whose beliefs differ remarkably from your own, you may feel dissatisfied. You may also be influenced by your family traditions that expect you to marry within your own culture or religion. The romance angels are helping you address this issue, and they ask you to remain true to yourself during the process. Decide which factors you will and won't accept in your relationship, and what your priorities are for your partner. For instance, it's possible that your love interest may live the spiritual principles that you find important, for example, forgiveness, charity, kindness, and the like, without having the same religious affiliation you do. The angels remind you that your partner, like everyone, is a holy child of God. Everyone is spiritual in truth because everyone is spirit. Although it's not up to you to change your partner to match your spiritual path, your affirmations, prayers, and visualizations can have a positive influence on both of you and your relationship. So I know Sagittarius has been going through within the last year or so a lot of things that are going on when it comes to spirituality and that kind of transformation. You are the ninth house, which is about mental exploration, spirituality, higher learning, philosophy. So what's your philosophy? What's your beliefs? What's your morals, what kind of partner do you actually want? Your commitments, committing to yourself, taking back control of your life and kind of have a rebirth of some kind in a way. So many different things that you may be experiencing this month, okay? So again, you could be dealing with a Capricorn towards Virgo, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, or a Taurus for some of you out there. It doesn't have to be those signs, but those are some signs that you could be dealing with. Okay, so lots of love to you. I do hope that you have a fantastic month of March and tons of lights. All right, so much love. Have a good one.